These are white South African that stood up for the truth after the 2024 general elections in South Africa.
Easy enough to want to cut the EFF and the MK party out of negotiations for coalitions or whatever you want to call it, government of national unity. And you should do this at your own peril. If you think that you can cut those people out of negotiations, then you don't understand that the people of a country will dictate what happens. And people like Helen Zille that thinks that she governs over people, and the ANC that thinks that they govern over people, you are making a mistake, because the people will come and they will do to you what you can't even imagine. If you think that you have the power with a few people sitting in a building making decisions for others, that they will just sit back and allow you to do that when the majority of them are upset with you, you're making a big mistake. And maybe this lesson needs to be learned, and maybe they need to feel the pain. But I want the country to remain as stable as possible. And currently what the DA and the ANC is trying to do is going to cause bloodshed across the country. And how far widespread that'll be, only time will tell. But hopefully sanity will prevail, and people will realize that they're going to really have to put their heads down and include the EFF and the MK party in their negotiations, because you cannot just cut out 25% of the vote in the country. And in KwaZulu-Natal, if you want to cut away 45% of the people, you will have war. You will have war. And I want to ask myself, is this what people want? These goody two-shoes people that vote for the DA, that don't understand politics, that don't understand how the people feel on the ground. Do you want war? Maybe you do. Maybe this is what you're asking for. I can tell you that you will not stop millions of people that are impoverished, that are desperate, if they decide that they're not going to allow you to partake in any economy that is based on capitalism or free market or anything like that. And I believe in a free market. I don't believe in communism.
You know, I've noticed a trend, and that is that when the EFF, or us members of the EFF, when we maybe use the term a white racist or a white monopoly capitalist, some people unfortunately think that somehow this is referring to all white people. To you who thinks that, just stop. Just stop. Because you are embarrassing yourself. Clearly the term white racist is referring to a racist that is white. If you are not a racist, but you are white, we are not talking to you. If you are white and you don't own mines, banks, a whole bunch of land you use to speculate with, we're not talking about you when we are talking about white monopoly capitalists. We're not talking about your average white person. Can we settle this matter, please? I know we can't, because it will always just be said, repeated over and over and over. Hey, isn't it Hitler who said, or Goebbels, or one of those Nazis, the more times you repeat a lie, the truer it becomes? Seems so.
I want to play you a clip of a previous DA ward member and the reason why she resigned. And this has got to do with the corruption in the DA that many DA members refuse to actually acknowledge. Please watch to the end, because not only am I going to share the clip of where she speaks about the corruption in the DA, I'm also going to share various articles proving how bad the DA is with corruption.
South African citizens, I am Anku Barker, and some may remember me as a Democratic Alliance councillor in Mossel Bay. In June 2023, I resigned from that position due to fraud and corruption within the DA in Mossel Bay. I hold dignity and integrity in high regard, especially when it concerns the well-being of South African citizens. Our nation is a tapestry of diverse cultures, which I deeply appreciate and celebrate for its beauty and
I want to talk about the invisible hand of the market and the impact it would have if we actually followed and supported the Democratic Alliance's policies when it comes to scrapping minimum wage and allowing the market to find the level. As Helen Zille said,
the point is you let the market regulate that, not me. It's got nothing to do with Helen Zille. When I employ people, as I have in the past, look at what I've paid them and look at my... That's between me and the person. Do they want the job?
Is that an approach of a government?
Yes.
That you decide whatever you want to pay your workers, and if the worker's willing to accept 500 rand a month, that's okay. Is that it?
Let me tell you what is okay. What is okay is to allow the market to find the level.
So let's talk about the market finding the level. And we are going to look at a tragedy that recently happened under the Democratic Alliance's watch in